Hello and welcome to a World of Warcraft video series guide to the daily Garrison quest, Mastering the Menagerie. Today is episode 10 of the 15-part series. But it could be another part, like part 3 if you started, I don't know, somewhere else in the series. Like if you started on the Birds, Beaconator, or whatever. Me, I started on what I consider the first one in the series, the Boars, Brutus and Ruckus. But anyways, last episode we took on Birds, I think it was? No, Tears and Fiero, Fire and Ice, Elementals of Draenor in pet form. They hit hard, but we hit harder. So much so that it wasn't too much trouble to deal with. Now today's episode, we face the Gronling Trio. No, Goren Trio. All these new names in this expansion. Goren, Gronling, Gorenling, I don't know. But these are Goren hatchlings. Whatever you... Well, I'd say that's what they are. Okay, introducing Stone Chewer, Rock Biter, and Acid Tooth. Now since they're a team of 3, they'll have, I guess, standard amount of health for opponent pets. Now, normally I would choose a lineup of 3 pets out of, pets that have been effective in the past on previous opponent fights. But this time I've decided to go with something that I have not written down in the list today. And that list was Dancing Water Skimmer, Ghostly Skull, and Voodoo Figurine. So you might say this is the second lineup I've chosen, but this will be the first lineup, because I want to keep things new, instead of pick this pet again, that pet again, and this one again. Just in case people are having a hard time getting certain pets, or if they want a easier alternative for something, that sort of thing. Alright, first up is Bucktooth Flapper, you can find in Jade Forest. Probably near a river or something. Oh, I think I know a good spot to find one. Let's see. Probably up in this area. Or up here. Oh, wait. Where is Greenstone Village? Well, maybe here or down there. I'm thinking of a place at the base of a waterfall. Bucktooth Flapper's going to use Tail Slap and Wood Chipper. Wood Chipper for beast damage and a light bleed. Tail Slap for some variable aquatic damage. Why aquatic damage? These are humanoids. Just hold up and I'll explain when the fight starts. Next up is Infested Cub with Diseased Bite and Corpse Explosion. This is optional, really. It deals undead damage and leaves a dot on the opponent. But in its place, I could deal Diseased Bite damage, which would do the same amount of damage that Corpse Explosion would do to the same opponent. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can get Infested Bear Cub in Hillsbrad Foothills near the mines. Let's see, Eastern Hillsbrad. Mines west of South Shore. No, wait. West of those mines, like up in this area. And lastly, Blighthawk. You've seen him before. I think you can get him in Andor Hall, or... Oh yeah, now that I've thought about it, if not Andor Hall, you can get it around the Mender's Stead over this mountainous area. I'll use Infected Claw and Ghostly Bite. Alright, let's do this. Now Rock Biter is a bit different than the other two, because he's going to use Nature's Ward right off. What that does is that turns him into an elemental pet for 5 rounds, and also applies a light heal over time to himself. But since we go first, we can do, well, whatever we want. Now, when he turns elemental, he takes extra damage from aquatic abilities. So I'm going to use the beast type ability. Since if I used it the second turn, now it would be kind of wasted to use not use Tail Stop, since right now it deals extra damage. What I find cheap about this kind of right now is that even though he's considered elemental because of elemental ward, he still gets the humanoid passive buff, where he gets a small heal after dealing damage. Right, so after elemental ward, he's going to immediately dig into the ground with burrow, so I'm just going to pass my turn. And the only thing left really is to spam Tail Slap until he's taken care of. Now, since Tail Slap's damage is variable, you might not get him on the last turn of Elemental Ward. And if that is the case, it's completely fine, because one more Tail Slap should take care of him. And if that doesn't do it, he'll just put up Elemental Ward again, and you can attack him a second time, and that will definitely take him out. Alright, next up is Stone Chewer. Oh yeah. Before I go over Stone Chewer, Rockbiter's basic attack is Bite. Beast type, you know, just beast damage. Stone Chewer. First thing he's going to do is put up Shell Armor, which is a heavy shield for 3 rounds, which prevents a high amount of damage. So you might want something to help outlast him before it falls off. For me, I don't really have anything specific for this other than the remaining HP on my pet. I think Wood Chipper can still do dot damage. No, it's blocked. There you go. A max level pet can prevent 222 damage from every attack with Shell Armor. Screech could lower his speed since he's the fastest of the 3, but I can't since Screech does not deal enough damage to get past Shell Armor. So the only thing I can really do from here is Tail Slap until Bucktooth Flapper is out. Which usually happens on the last turn of Shell Armor. And that is good timing, because now we can actually start dealing damage to him. After he puts up Shell Armor, he'll just mix up Body Slam and Punch. Punch is a basic humanoid attack, and Body Slam is a heavy hitting humanoid attack with a 1 round cooldown in between. 1 round. But he deals a small amount of damage to himself each time, so there's that. Now you could use Bash, or what's the other second ability for this guy? Hibernate. Nah, I'd say pass on Hibernate. But nah, I tried Bash last time I did this fight on another character, and that caused Stone Chewer to swap out for Acid Tooth, which really screwed up the strategy. So just stick to Diseased Bite over and over again. It does variable damage, so it's like the undead version of Tail Slap. Acid Tooth is, I'd say, the easiest, because he doesn't have any really hard-hitting abilities per se. He's got Acid Touch, which deals a small amount of aquatic damage, leaving an aquatic damage over time. Punch, basic humanoid attack. And Spiny Carapace, which is a... Hang on, I have to see this again. Oh, that's nice. I thought it was a shield. It does not actually reduce damage taken, but when you hit him, you take a small amount of damage. And really, the only hard-hitting thing about Acid Tooth is, if he gets the chance, or enough time, to use Spiny Carapace again after 2 rounds, the second time he puts it up, it will deal a lot more damage each time you hit him. I could show you just how much it can be, but by that time, Infested Bear Cub is on his last undead turn, you know, where he's immortal for 1 round. So then the damage he actually takes is 0. But at least I can show you from the tooltip. Oh, whoops. I won. Let's just take a look here. Effectiveness is tripled for 1 round if it's used while already active. So there you go. It would be like having 4 spiny carapace buffs to deal with. But yeah, that turned out great. We only needed 2, almost 3 pets for these guys. I didn't need the last one after all, Blighthawk, but we could have since Infested Bear Cub was on his last legs. Okay, now I'm going to seek out a second set of 3 pets with which to deal with these guys. I'll be right back. And we're back with my second lineup to take on the Goren trio. Good doggy. Pets I've chosen are Softshell Snapling, Alpine Foxling Kit. There's also Alpine Foxling. It's the same thing really. Let me see. Alpine Foxling. I haven't gotten him to 25 yet. And Crunchy Scorpion. Maybe it is Crunchy. I don't know. I haven't stepped on it. But that's the name. Okay, Softshell Snapling you can get in Valley of the Four Winds. Probably near some body of water. You know, being a turtle and all. Oh yeah, definitely. Anywhere along this river. It's a large area. Alpine Foxling Kit you can get in Kunlai Summit. Where in Kunlai? Let me think. Not sure really. I think more up in the snowy areas. And if not, just south of Kota Base Camp. Crunchy Scorpion is found in the Dread Wastes of the Dread Wastes. Dread Wastes of Pandaria. I actually thought you would find him in Durotar or something. Where in this place? Crunchy Scorpion. I'm not really sure, but I know there are some big scorpion mobs right here. So maybe that's a good place to look. The abilities I'll use are Grasp and Shell Shield for Soft Shell Snapling. Alpine Foxling Kit's gonna use Bite and Howl. Not Dazzling Dance or Leap, which increases my speed. They both increase speed because they're really useless in this situation. All 3 pets are faster than any 3 of these guys. Crunchy Scorpion's going to use Snap and Rampage. Oh yeah, and Crouch. Now I would use Triple Snap because it would deal 50% more damage than Snap at best, but it's really up to RNG. So Snap is really better and preferable for here. Well, that's it for the overview. Let's get to it. Now, Rockbiter's going to open with Nature's Ward, of course. So I can go ahead and up my Shell Shield. Well, it might be kind of useless to do it now since this round Rockbiter won't be dealing any damage. But I'll have it up for next round when he actually does come up from Burrow. Actually, I can just refresh it this round. There you go. Which makes me think back to the first round. I could have just hit him then. And then used last round to put up Shell Shield. Now what I hadn't counted on was him healing full. It's that human passive combined with Nature's Ward. Oh well, this might be one of those ones where it might not turn out as I'd hoped. Well, the only thing I can do is just keep refreshing Shell Shield and spam Grasp. Hoping this does the job. Unfortunately, it's not looking that way. He's almost completely out-healed the damage we're dealing. I knew I should have gone with a stronger water pet or something undead. Well, not undead for Rockbiter, because he's elemental most of the time. Alright, let's see if Alpine Fox and Kit can pick up the slack. I'm wondering if I should save Howl for later, but nah. I should do it now since I'm already behind. There you go, that's a nice chunk of damage. Now I can't do anything here really, except pass. It would have been nice to get another hit in for that second round of Howl. Now he's got 2 rounds of Nature's Ward left, so that means we can get 2 rounds of Howl in, and 2 good hits. He is doing quite a number on us though. So I might not make it through the whole thing. There you go. I might want to start out with Fox and Kit next time. Soft Shell Snapling. Sorry buddy. I guess you're not that good for this. Maybe if I had a high attack breed. Okay, Stone Shooter. What's he gonna do again? Oh yeah, that monster shield of his. Well, we can bite him before his shield goes up. And we can reduce his defenses with Howl before we're taken out completely. Now, Crunchy Scorpion, yeah, go ahead, take advantage of this with Rampage. I've chosen Beast types because they're resistant against the Goren's humanoid attacks. Body Slam, Punch, and Punch again. Alright, shield's fallen off. He's just gonna Body Slam and Punch us into submission. But I'm gonna try and prolong that with Crouch. Ouch. Even with Crouch, that was a nice hit. There we go. This is the type of situation I'd like to be in. Even though we started out poor, we've ended up with 1-on-1. And we're half dead, but we got a good buff up for half damage taken. And another buff for a bit more extra damage dealt. Now, Acetous, he's going to put up that Thorn's Shield. There's a free hit. Now, can we do this? Maybe. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Ideally. I mean, of course, you don't go into these fights expecting to lose, or hey, I'd sure like to lose this. This is really close. Oh, yes! Oh, did I win? Well, they all died. That's the conditions of victory. So, yay! I win! No, not really. The game doesn't consider that a win. The game considers that a draw, or... well, since there's no official draw, it's a loss. Oh well, screw you, game. They all died, I win. Well, that's it. The Goren trio. If you're going to try a similar lineup to this one, I'd suggest a stronger hitting aquatic pet. Let me see. There you go, Emperor Crab. He's got 292 attack compared to 244 Softshell Snapling. And let's see. Surge does 234. Grasp does 198. So there you go. There are a lot of crabs in the game. Let me see. Crab. Strand crab. There you go. Spirebound crab. Shore crab. There you go. Go find a crab. Everyone likes crabs. Well, almost everyone. Alright. That was episode 10 against the Goren Trio. Next episode is Quintessence of Lights. Kind of a pain in the butt, but pretty easy. It's another one-shot for Nexus Whelpling, really. But I will show you an alternative with a second lineup, and maybe I might consider again an alternative first lineup. Till then, be swell, stay well, farewell.